Mr. Kirk. I'd like to talk to you real quick. I got a test at 3, so
okay.
I'm going to make it
right off the bat. Go ahead.
Sorry, I've been waiting. You're supposed to be here at 2:30. I just want to introduce
Complicated
myself.
business.
I want to introduce myself. I would describe myself as a libertarian independent. I'm from
Okay.
Massachusetts, hence the Bruin shirt. I'm not a secret Democrat.
Okay.
My goal here is not to expose you or anything.
Well, good luck,
I think
but yeah.
I think the reason why, I hope the reason why you're here, and I think the reason why debates are important is because everyone in a debate has a chance to learn something. I believe that I could learn something from you today.
Okay.
Do you believe you could learn something from me?
Possibly.
Possibly. All right. So freshman year, was told that Turning Point was a nonpartisan libertarian organization against big government. Would you care? That's how you would categorize it?
Not libertarian.
Not libertarian?
No.
Okay, well that's
depends,
what they told to me.
Depends how you define libertarian, though.
Well, yeah.
How would you define it? Classically?
I would define it as freedom, individual freedom.
I love
so
freedom.
Freedom to bear arms.
Okay.
Freedom to marry who you want to marry. Okay. Well,
Okay.
so you think the government should step in and regulate who people want to marry?
Well, it depends. I mean, do you think children should be able to marry adults?
No, but that's
that's the
children,
government regulating marriage.
Adults, all adults.
Oh, so kids can marry adults.
No, all
well, that's
adults,
the government, so
all
you're not a
adults
libertarian.
Should be able to marry all other adults.
Oh, okay. Why adults? Why do you draw the line there, though?
I mean, age is not a protected, right under.
But why use the government to enforce age restrictions for marriage? That's not very
why
libertarian.
Why are you saying that?
Because I'm not a libertarian.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I just
So you believe the government should have some role?
I believe in small roles, as minimal
okay.
as possible,
All right.
as minimal as possible
Okay.
to protect the
But
well-being.
you
of
started
people.
with an absolute statement saying, why would you want to use the government to tell people who to marry? And you agree that sometimes that's the right move.
Absolutely.
Okay, continue.
But I would not prohibit adults marrying other adults because
How about
there's no well-being
polygamous
interest
marriages?
there.
Is that okay?
Sure, because adults are doing what they would like to do. As long as everyone in that marriage consents to that polygamous marriage, there's no issue, and I don't understand why you would think that people are in danger in polygamous marriages.
Okay, continue.
And of course, just other big issues of our time: marijuana legalization.
Okay.
If you're not in
Not a
favor
fan.
of marijuana
Yeah.
legalization, you're not a libertarian. I believe in that individual
I don't
right.
say I'm a libertarian, so I
Okay,
don't know why I'm on trial
I don't
for
know why,
being something I'm not.
If
but-
you are against big government,
I
don't
am.
know why you would like.
Well, because
the
interestingly
government
enough-
well, you're interrupting me, Mr. Kirk. I don't know why you would like for the government to take away the rights of citizens, because I don't think that governments should take away the rights of citizens.
Right. Okay. So why is it a right to be able to do in a hallucinogenic drug?
Well, marijuana is not a hallucinogenic
Well, potentially
drug.
hallucinogenic.
It
All
is
right.
not.
It's obviously
It is not.
it's obviously showing well. Continue.
Okay. Would you agree with the statement that if there are monopolies regulating all sorts of business, would you agree that that's not real capitalism if those monopolies have all the control?
Potentially, that's. I mean, you had to give me an example.
Right.
So-
Well, okay. This was the example I wrote up. A Walmart moves into a rural town, sells products cheaper than the local supermarket and clothing stores.
Okay.
The other stores begin going out of business. After the other stores go out of business, Walmart raises its prices. They begin hiring immigrants cheaper wages. Should the government step in and regulate the business to help those people?
Depends.
Okay.
That's how a conservative would answer the question. You have to use prudence.
All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about real quickly, there are some real idiots running for office both sides of the spectrum, right? I mean, I didn't say it before, some Democrats I despise: Nancy Pelosi, Cory Bush, Chuck Schumer.
Good
They're
for
all
you.
fucking
We agree.
idiots, all right? All right? However, there's one real pressing candidate on the right that I think a lot of conservatives are starting to realize is a complete nut job, and I just want to hear your
Mitt
opinions
Romney?
on Mr. Herschel Walker. Now, his son, well-known conservative
Yes.
influencer, I believe you may have met him at some point.
Yeah, I did a whole show on this, so I hope you
Perfect.
know my position on it.
I know
So-
your position is that you are in favor of electing Herschel Walker.
Oh,
to office
100%, yeah.
Over a
And again, that's not Turning Point's
pastor,
position, but that's mine.
A,
But yeah,
a
just-
person whose job it is to profess religion, a pastor. You believe that Herschel Walker is more fit than that person for office, and maybe you
absolutely.
can explain
Yes,
that.
that's correct.
But you think so. Your sign right here: abortion should be illegal.
Yes.
So why is Herschel Walker not in jail?
Well, first of all, we don't know he paid for the abortion.
Okay.
So what's the evidence to show he
Okay.
did?
Well, if he is,
It's a very serious
shown-
accusation.
Okay.
I agree.
If he is linked by direct evidence, you would at that point say that he should not be.
Potentially,
shown
but
fraud.
I'd
Okay.
have to make that decision. But he denies
Okay.
it, and the evidence is very
Okay.
shaky. It's very shaky.
It's not.
Yeah, but
That's okay.
Raphael Warnock wants to make abortion up to the point of birth, and he wants
I
to make
don't think
that
that's true at all.
policy. Well, he does. He's voted
Okay.
that way.
All right.
So that's Warnock's policy.
Was there? You said he's voted that way. Was there ever a vote set on whether abortion should be legal up to the point of birth?
Yes, multiple times.
All right. Well, my personal view is that it should be up until a baby can survive outside the womb. At that point, because I think there's a difference between when it relies upon the mother's body and when
so
it
a 26-week-old baby that has to go to the NICU is not a human being?
I believe the precedent for the NICU thing was 22 weeks. I believe.
Yeah. So you're okay, but they can't survive without help.
I would be okay if a state decided that was not the rule.
Got it.
But
so let me ask.
I don't have any issue with the Supreme Court's ruling on it.
Yeah. Let me ask you. Can I ask you a question?
I really like Tim Miller.
No.
Okay, Tim Miller is he runs the Bulwark Project, the Republican Voters Against Trump Instagram page. Lifelong Republican, helped George Bush's campaign, worked with Jeb Bush.
Okay.
His opinion is it's ridiculous to say that abortion should be legal in all cases or illegal in all cases.
Right.
There are obviously.
Well, let me ask you a very simple question.
Yes.
When does life begin?
In my opinion, well, human life begin, or when does life begin? Because that's a different question.
Human life. That's the operative question,
human
right?
life begins when a human can survive outside. A human can survive outside the body.
Why do you believe that?
That would be well, because
No, I don't.
All right. Human life. If I cut off my finger, is that human?
Got it.
That clump of human cells, is that different?
Well, let me ask you a question. So, if someone who's on a ventilator who can't survive without external machine support, is that a human life?
Well, they can survive outside the womb.
But not without a machine.
I mean,
without assistance, without help.
Okay, people on ventilators, oftentimes will cede their right to be removed from
or
a
someone on
ventilator,
dialysis, or someone who's in a nursing home. They can't support themselves, right? So, but those are still human lives.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
So
I think you know the difference between a developing human that may not have a heartbeat or may not have.
Well, heartbeats start at 6 weeks, so that's a different.
That help you.
Now we're moving it back.
So you would be okay with a 6-week abortion ban?
You would come up. That's okay.
You would be okay with a 6-week abortion ban?
No. Of course not.
Okay, well then there will just aware.
No, but you've already moved.
I'd be okay with a 6-week abortion ban if.
Okay, but that's fine. I mean, at least we're getting somewhere.
If Democrats and Republicans.
Well, no, I would be okay with that ban. Is that my ideal? No, but no, I agree. I didn't answer your.
15 weeks.
I didn't answer your question
15
correctly.
to 22 weeks, I would say, would be my ideal, and I think that it's important that we recognize the issues that are a lot more important than 5, 6, 16 weeks in an abortion ban, right?
Well, you came prepared. I want to get to other people.
So all of the audience here, I just want you to know, don't see red or blue. Charlie Kirk wants you to see red versus blue. He wants you to see that you should vote for one of the main political parties. In supporting that, you are supporting the big government system that Mr. Kirk dislikes. Vote third party if you want. If you're dissatisfied with both parties, vote third party and support candidates that want to make ranked choice voting allowed, so that we can have more candidates and better candidates. Because when we have ranked choice voting, candidates that better support what the people want will win.
Thank you,
Mr.
my friend.
Kirk.
Thanks
it was
for being
really nice
here.
talking
Appreciate
to you.
it. Thank
I do respect you a lot,
God bless
and I hope
you.
that you keep learning from people who talk to you today.
I listen to you. Thank you.